A while ago, I was scrolling through social media looking at other person's Blender renders. I noticed something beautiful. Their model looks so realistic. The lighting was beautiful. The reflection looks natural, and everything looks professional. I kept like asking myself, how are they making their renders look this good? And at first, I thought that they were simply better at modeling than I was. But after doing some research, I discovered that some of the biggest difference was something called HDRI. I hope I pronounced it well. HDRI, yes. So I learned how to set it up in Blender, and today I want to explain what it is in a simple way possible. If you are a beginner, you are wondering why your render don't look realistic yet, this video is for you. Hey, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking about HDRI. Now, I'll try as much as I can to explain what it is and where you can get it from. First of all, you can get HDRI from different websites. Two of which I majorly use is the Polyhaving and polyhaving.com, which is this website that I'm scrolling on now. If you noticed, on the HDRI section, and you have different parts. You have the all. You can go to different category, the sky, and currently I want to, yeah, let me go to the indoor category. Then these are the categories of the the HDRI. These are the how they look. Then you can also get from ambiem cg.com. You can get HDRIs from there also. Then what is it majorly used for? Now imagine taking one big 360 degree pictures of everything around you. That's basically what an HDRI is. HDRI is a 360-degree image of a real-time environment. So you give it that realistic environment. And when you add it into Blender, it surrounds your entire scene. But here's what is interesting about it. It doesn't just act as a background. It also lights your scene and creates realistic reflection on your objects. So Blender is using the lighting information from a real place instead of depending only on the lights you created yourself. So let's quickly go to our Blender and see how we can create. Now this is our default scene, and I'll just delete the lights from the scene and the camera, the light and the camera. Then I'll just leave this cube as it is. Then let's just import the HDRI environment into this workspace, and there's okay. Let me just, there are two ways. Either we'll use this setting box here, this side, this right hand side, or we can just divide. I'll just go with this one. I'll divide the scene editor. Then I'll switch this one to, then I'll switch to shader editor. Then okay, let's add this tab, this side of the tab, and let me try and zoom in. I'll switch from object mode to the word. Then you can see this background. We can decide to change the color of the background. So let's first of all, let's change this scene to render. You can see the color of the background has been changed. Now we are in the rendering viewport in the left hand side. So let's return back to the colors that we have in there before. Now let's import our environment texture. Import our environment. Let's type environment. We import our environment texture and put it by this side, and then we'll open the image like I have this image. So I can just, so you can see we are already, it's already showing our HDRI on the background, in the background. And let's change the image. But while our object is there, it's just an evening scene. I can change it to, let me change the image to another HDRI. Let me use this one. So you can see that it gives a lighting for our object. And let's go back to, let's download a new one from Poly Having. Let's go to Poly Having and download a new one. We can, okay, Poly Having, I like the indoor. Let's click on this umber. Um, okay, which one do we pick from? Okay, let's look at this studio. Let's select from this studio. So I'll pick this one and I'll download. Now they are 1K resolution, 2K, but I'll just go with this 2K. Let me go with 2K so that I won't be, there will be no need for downloading heavy resolution for now. So let's just download. Now we have finished downloading it. Now we can go back to our Blender and import the one we just downloaded. Let's go back and go to our downloads, 3D texture, and this one. We just downloaded that one, and let's can see. So let me close the shader editor. So now you can see it gives us the lighting and everything, the environment. So we can use it for something different, and that's how it works. There are several reasons why artists love using HDRI. First, they give you that realistic lighting almost instantly. Instead of adding many different lights, one HDRI can just lighten your entire scene. Secondly, they create natural reflection. If your object is made of metal, for example, if I am to make this of metal, let's go to the material property. We increase the metallic to 1, and the roughness, I take it to 0.01. 0.01. Then you can see the reflection. It's reflecting. You can see it's reflecting. So that's one of the benefit of HDRI. Then thirdly, you save time. You don't have to spend long time adjusting different lights. You just get a nice result from the HDRI. Then you can also, they are great product rendering, character rendering, car rendering, and even architectural scene that you can use. HDRI helps you to preview your model under realistic lighting while you're still working on them. So when should you use HDRI? HDRI are perfect when you want realistic outdoor or indoor lighting without spending a lot of time building a light setup. Do you understand? So if you are making a product advertisement, for example, a character rendering, or even practicing Blender like me, an HDRI is a great place to start. I hope these have helped you understand what HDRI is all about. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, thank you for watching.